Coach Mike McConathy, a very bitter overtime loss to UNO. Your team competed, but some deficiencies at the free throw line, some turnover problems made the difference.
Well, you know, it's frustrating because you've got to take advantage of every opportunity. We shoot over 50% from the floor. Only attempted 10 threes, which was a blessing because we only made 2 of those. But didn't make the free throws that we needed to, but we didn't get to the line either, really and truly. I mean, Jimmy Ott was 5 for 5 from the free throw line. He got to the line a couple of times in the second half, but I really don't know. I hadn't looked at the sheet, but I don't know that we got the line. We got the line 0 for 1 in the overtime. Just extremely physical game, very, very disheartening because we didn't get it done. But man, what a great effort. I'm going to tell you about 3 guys that I don't know that I've ever seen. 3 guys, John Norvell, Brandon Hutton, and Jimmy Ott laid it all out on the line for about a 6-minute stretch. And the only frustrating thing for me was it was at the 10-minute mark when we made a run. And then we had they kind of caught up and gathered, then we had to come back and make another run. But unbelievable effort by Brandon Hutton and Jimmy Ott and John Norvell. And you know, had some guys that made some turnovers, but you know, when you play hard and you create some, they score 23 points off of turnovers, we score 18. That really hurt us. We had more turnovers than we've been having, but part of it, honestly, is I think that the kids are playing so hard that they're just trying too hard. And we have a hard time finding our way at times. Now, the physicality makes it extremely difficult. And I've said this before, and I'm not complaining, but I'm just making a statement. We have reverted back to where we were 10 years ago in basketball in this league, where it's clutch and grab, and the freedom of movement's completely gone again. And you know, so really and truly, we've got to change the way we do things. I mean, as coaches and recruiters, that we just go get a bunch of guys, because Coach Mark Schlester's team is physically talented athletes that will hammer you and beat you and just out-tough you all night long. At times we had guys that showed toughness, but over the long haul we didn't.
Yeah, you also were playing shorthanded with the loss of Brian White with a broken foot. That's an indefinite loss, and that's a critical loss because he's a guy who can move the ball and attack the basket and score from outside. But your team still got to overtime, and it was largely because of Ishmael Lane's incredible night.
You know, he was 2 blocks from a triple-double. I mean, think about this, 19 points, 15 boards, and 8 blocks. Phenomenal effort. He just kept battling. And the thing that's the most frustrating thing to me, in the first half, he went to the free throw line. In the second half, I don't know that he did. And I'm standing here watching it on my end, and you know, we always joke about this, Doug. It looked like he's got spur marks on him and saddle sores because he's been ridden so hard. I mean, just a physical game. Now, he's a big, strong guy, but still, you know, it makes it difficult. But I'm really proud. I tell you, C.J. Jones stepped up and really competed and did a nice job, did a good thing. And then you're looking at Larry Owens had some good minutes. I think he was 5 for 6 and did a good job. Malik Machwire had a stretch where he had 6 rebounds and got some key buckets for us down the stretch when we were coming, trying to make our comeback. He made a little jump hook on the left side and did some better things. But we just got to play free. And if you go back the first half of the Central Arkansas game, we played free. In this game, we played free. When we get caught up in a half-court setting, we struggle. We struggle, especially when the game is as physical as it is.